Okay, once again, welcome to the Election Command Coordination Center. As briefed by the Commissioner of Police, that we have set up an Election Command Coordination Center to ease the operations of election and, of course, supporting the Fijian Elections Office in terms of the operations that have been conducted, the elections that have been conducted. So if you look at in here, this is the operation room. This is where basically the teams here are connected together with all the 5 divisions that we have. So the deployment that we are talking about to the divisions that we have, the capability, operation capabilities that have been deployed on the ground, and if there be any incident that would be reported, they coordinate quickly here. As you know, under the Electoral Act, it's the FICAC that is responsible for the investigation. So we have an interagency room in there where the FICAC official is also seated in, one of the staff, together with a CID team that is seated in there. So they coordinate, and police does the initial actions, and then they will take over the investigations from there. What you see here on the screen here is the CCTV cameras as well that we put in. As the Commissioner has mentioned about, we have technology that is in place. So we have the CCTV cameras that have been put in here. We have a total of about 78 cameras that have been hooked up here. On this middle screen that you see here, that is with the National Counting Center, that you see the cameras that have been hooked up together with the National Gymnasium, which will be monitored from here and has been recorded as well. And also the warehouse, right far screen at the bottom there, that's at the warehouse at Bulay, so it's all been recorded. And once we had the ballot papers been printed as well at the star printing, we had the cameras from the star printing outside hooked up in here, police officers on static guard. And what you can see in here is the body cams that we have. These body cams are used by police officers that we can get a live feed from the ground with the police officers that that are on the ground. So basically this is where things are coordinated on the elections operations. And at Totongo that we have the Police Command Coordination Center, that's where we are looking at the routine operations as well. If you have witnessed in the past few days that whilst we are going on the elections operation, the routine operations is continuing as well. And you may have also witnessed the quick response from the police in terms of any of these serious cases of either aggravated robbery or aggravated burglary that has been happening, and number of arrests that have been done. And we thank the community as well for the support that they have been rendering as well. And these are some of the platforms that we have on social media in here in terms of our Viber groups in here. Yeah, you can see as we are speaking, immediately you see we are briefing in here, it's here. So the updates is coming on this as well, that has been captured in here throughout the divisions. So this continues as well, that the feed that is coming in. If you have any, Masa, you got the update on, just hook up one so they can have a look at the live feed. You're going to see the elections office in Turek, that is on hooked up on screen as well up there. Just hook one up. On the VMS? You got one on? Just give me a second. Okay. Directly to you. Well, like Commissioner said this morning, we are very fortunate for the government providing us the budget. I cannot give you a exact figures how much we have invested, but looking at how we are moving into the technology now, the way we are moving on technology. You've seen the improvements that have been done, and also not only carrying on the technology, but we have boots on the ground as well, connecting this together.
This is something new for
Talking about, so this is the body, the school one also?
Yep.
So this is the body cams that we are talking about in here with our officers. So you can see the live recording that currently that is happening there on the screen. So you have this, and it's been the images or the footages are stored as well in case if we need to retrieve for anything that arises. At the moment that we speak, we have for elections alone today, we have 1,500 officers that have been deployed on the ground, as mentioned by the Commissioner of Police. And with that, we continue, like I said, we continue with the routine operations, and we are into the festive period, and school holidays just around the corner. And of course, we are into the cyclone season. As you witnessed yesterday, there was adverse weather condition, and there was a bit of flash flooding in areas. We have officers also on standby if we have such any of such scenarios coming in as well, that we'll be able to respond to that as well. But for elections today, we have about 1,500 police officers that have been deployed, which they have been posted from yesterday afternoon till this morning, and they're there to assist the Fijian Elections Office, ensuring that there is the officials and those that are coming in, it's a conducive environment, it's safe and secure for everybody. You've been to our command center in Totongo, right? You've seen that. That's where the routine operations are currently running. This is only for elections. So we have briefings here. Every day there's a briefing conducted in here. Right now we have two of the chief officers also seated in there. So here, basically is the admin and log team that sits in here. So if you look at here, there's an officer already seated in here, there's a sergeant in here. They're looking at ensuring that we provide that logistical support to our officers on the ground. It be the passage of sending officers across to Vanuatu, or be the meal allowances, or be accommodations of the officers, or the resources that needs to be on the ground that is looked after from here. And we are working very closely with our admin pillar together with the Ministry of Economy staff that is. And here we have the desk officers for each divisions that are seated in here, and they are connected to the divisions. So if there be anything from an individual division, for example, like in Western Division, the desk officers here will connect with the officers in the Western Division, get that over, and see that it is coordinated well. It's all about, it's just like to be a well-oiled machine in terms of running operations when we do such things, especially on a national event. Here, this is the interagency room in here. This is where we have officer from the Intelligence Bureau, we have from the CID, and from the FICAC seated in here. So if there any report, any matter has been reported, initial actions, like I said, will be done by the police. Then we refer it to the FICAC, and FICAC does the investigation under the Electoral Act.